my last episode on Empowerment Tea, where I am trusting enough alignment and staying empowered every day by drinking some empowerment tea. I'm excited about this last one. I said I would do 12, and here I am, completed what I started. And the topic is just on something similar, right? It's on how to reset the clock, how to make time for what matters most to you. It's important to me that I'm able to share how I stay empowered on a daily basis so that it might encourage someone else to not give up and to stay the course. And so we're going to be diving in today about, how to reset the clock. I am your host, Charlene Harry, and we're here to talk about how you can stay empowered by designing your greatest life. And the topic today is time. Now, before we dive in, I do want you to grab your own cup of tea because let's just have some tea here. And mine is on empowerment tea. But if you like to drink some coffee or some water, grab whatever you need to get fueled and let's get ready to sip on some life-changing strategies to keep us on the course for what God has designed for us. So the time is the one resource, right, that we can't make more of. But what if I told you there are ways to reset the clock and reclaim it for what truly matters? Today we're talking about a chapter in my book. This is the hard copy. I hope you can see it. It is called Stop Settling. You Were Designed for Greatness. And in chapter 8, it is titled Reset the Clock. And I'm talking about how you can start making time work for you, not the other way around. Okay. Did you know that according to a study by a Rescue Time, the average professional spends only 2 hours and 48 minutes of their workday on meaningful tasks? Does that surprise you? Or you're kind of like, that actually kind of sounds right. I'm curious. But 2 hours and 48 minutes are what professionals are spending on meaningful tasks. That's right. Out of an 8-hour day, nearly 2/3 of our time gets eaten up by distractions, unnecessary meetings, and the people at my place of work know I do not like unnecessary meetings. And then there's also reactive tasks. When we're not proactive, next thing you know, we're spending all our time just being responsive. But it is so important that we recognize what is eating up our time. And so I want you to be cognizant or mindful of that this week, that distractions, unnecessary meetings, and reactive tasks can eat into your time. Just take note of it as you go throughout your week. So here's the question for today. Are you in control of your time? Or is your time controlling you? The question again. Are you in control of your time? Or is time controlling you? For so many of us, time can feel like an enemy. We're already in the last month of November, okay? We're about to be in the last month of the year, December, and everybody's, where did the time go? Something we never feel like some of us might feel like we never have enough of it. But what if it's not about having more time, right? What if it's using the time that you have more intentionally? That's what I want you to explore here in this deep dive on how we reset the clock. So take a sip and let's dive in. Resetting the clock isn't about buying another planner, though I do like a planner, or squeezing more into your day. When them calendars got so much going on, gives me anxiety. I don't know how y'all do it out there, but it's not about squeezing more into your day. It's about aligning your time with your priorities, your goals, your purpose. One of my favorite insights that I discovered when writing the chapter in Stop Settling Your Desire for Greatness is that time is your greatest currency, right? When you spend it wisely, it can be your greatest currency, or it will spend you. When we don't manage our time, we end up settling. Settling for less productivity, less joy, less alignment. We settle for things that are not what we truly want or desire. And as a speaker and a trainer, I often hear from teams struggling to manage time efficiently. Okay. I'm sure you have been on a team or working on something, and sometimes the time just gets away from you and it doesn't feel like you are managing your time effectively. And sometimes it can lead to employees feeling burnt out, disengaged. And the one that I really truly dislike is a missed opportunity for growth. When we just like, oh, that's just how it is. These things happen. There's always an opportunity to grow. And I want to help you elevate your expectations around time. So, how do we reclaim our time and make it work for us? Here are 3 strategies from my keynote speech titled, It's About Time. 3 ways to make time work for you. I think these can really help you reset the clock and make time for what matters most. One is prioritize the big rocks, okay? And I share this in my keynote about Stephen Covey. He says that the key is not spending time, but in investing it. Again, time is your greatest currency. When you start by identifying the big goals, okay, the vision, the bigger picture, the most important tasks, and the priorities in your life, schedule those things first and let everything else fit around them. When we start doing all these other stuff, we sometimes might feel like I haven't done what I needed to do because you haven't been focusing on what it is you truly desire. So take time to prioritize. What are your big rocks? You might have several, but focus on what are your goals for your career. What are your goals for your health and your mental resilience? 2 is eliminate them time thieves, them distractions. Time thieves are the little distractions that just steal your focus and unfortunately your energy. Okay. And so these could be endless email threads. Lord knows I do not like seeing um, conversations go so long in an email. Like nip it in the bud. When you got too many, 4 or 5, it's time for us to get into a meeting. You know what I mean? But these long, drawn out email threads are a time thief. Then there's social media, right? These, scrolling all the time, that's like a distraction. It's eating into your time and you don't even realize it. Sometimes I'm like, darn, this AI world we living in, knowing what I'm thinking about and putting it in front of me when I'm not ready to talk about it or deal with it right now. But the scrolling, it could be a distraction. And then even saying yes when you really need to say no. And every time you say yes to something, I want you to realize you are saying no to something else. When I say yes to keep scrolling, I'm saying no to I don't want to do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So keep in mind of what are the time thieves that are going about your day and be intentional about making sure your time is spent on the big rocks or things that's going to get you there. Number 3 is schedule time for yourself. Okay. This is so important and near and dear to me. This is like Took me labor of love with this book, 3 years. But I scheduled time because I knew this was something that my creator wanted me to share with the world. Whatever that is for you, whatever time you feel like you need to get what you need to get out of, you need to do, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Um, you need to block time on your calendar for rest. You need to block time on your calendar for being able to reflect on what could have been done better. How could you have looked at it or managed your time or conversations better? You can even, what's another one? Make sure you block out time for things that will help recharge you. Like some of us like going to the spa, some of us like roller skating, some of us like going shopping, or window shopping, or I don't know, spending time with a friend. Whatever it is that will help recharge you, make sure you are intentionally setting time on your calendar to recharge and take that time for yourself. So I hope you remember the 3 things that you can do to make the most of your time, because we're about to run out of time in 2024. But thank goodness we have the opportunity to see a new day, which is today. And in this day, I hope you take a moment to prioritize what are your biggest rocks and be intentional about when you see the time thieves coming. I'm not saying be violent and stuff, but hit delete or say no, or consciously be intentional that this is a time thief and I will not allow it inside or to come before my rock. And then number 3, schedule time to rest, reflect, and definitely recharge yourself. It's the holidays. This is the week of Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you get a chance to do just that, to rest and relax and recharge yourself this holiday season. And as we dive into the importance of time, I'm excited to announce that my keynote, It's About Time, 3 Ways to Make Time Work for You, is back on the block for booking. It is available for booking this season, and in the next season to come. So this is a perfect time for your organization. If you're looking at ways to recharge your team, to help them become more productive and not feel a sense of burnout, or be empowered and in alignment with what it is the mission is with your company, I encourage you to reach out to me. If you're a leader that is hiring speakers or trainers, let me ask you this. Is your team managing their time effectively? Or are they caught in the cycle of burnout? That's just a question I have. Are they caught in a cycle of feeling overwhelmed? Are they thinking about leaving this position? If you're ready to equip them with tools that reclaim their time, let's connect. Now is also the time for open enrollment season. And so that's a time, excuse me, let me take a sip of my water because I'm not going to be not empowered today. If you've been putting off reevaluating your healthcare options and just saying, I'm just going whatever I had before, I implore you, now is the perfect time with open enrollment season to look at whether or not you have the right coverage, or if you have a coverage that is really working for you. I love the idea of having no restrictions on doctors, and my revolutionary healthcare plan is saving people 30 to 50% because we don't do the common for-profit healthcare. And so let's reset the clock on how you approach your healthcare. Reach out to me for a free quote, especially if you're paying over $1,000. And I know that might sound like a lot, but some people are paying over $1,000 a month. And yes, if you reach out to me, I would like to help you find out if we could put that money back in your pocket for 2025 in the new year. Time is precious, you hear me? And how you spend it really determines the life you are designing. Okay. So don't settle. I'm serious. Like, don't settle for less on your mental health. Don't settle on less for your physical health. Don't settle on anything less for your career or your relationship. Okay? We're not settling here because you know why? We were what? Designed for greatness. And I want to make sure we work together to create that life that we were designed for, where our time aligns with our greatness. And if you haven't already grabbed a copy of Stop Settling, You Were Designed for Greatness, I want you to know it is packed with tools to help you reclaim your time and much more. In this book, I go through how to get into alignment. I also talk about knowing your limits, right? And in that, I love that chapter because it talks about something I love, which is finances, how to be financially proactive, and then also how to design your program. I implore you, if you haven't picked it up already, I do have a special for the end of the year. My Black Friday sale is coming up on Friday, so take a look out for it. Um, the hard copy, this beauty right here, is a constant reminder to me that I will not settle for anything in my life. And currently on Amazon, on the code that you see up there behind me, is $42. But my black sale is going to be $32 for a signed copy. You heard that right, $32 for a signed copy from Black Friday until the end of the year. So I encourage you to share this with a friend, especially someone you know that is settling in their career, their relationships, their mental health, physical health, what have you. They need to be reminded that they were designed for greatness. This is the book to gift to them. And I'm also going to be sharing the soft copy, which typically on Amazon is 18 for $15 as a part of the Black Friday special. In addition to my other book, which is called Co-Create with Confidence. And this book right here is also going to be on sale for 15. So you can get both books for 30, or you can get this beautiful, beautiful hardcover reminder that stands up just as you will to make sure you're designing your greatest life for $32. So look out for the Black Friday and specials running until New Year's Eve. Until next time, I hope you stay empowered. I hope you stay encouraged. I hope you stay aligned with your goals and designing your life. And cheers to making time work for you. Happy holidays, and I will see you sometime again on another season of Empowerment Tea to come. All right, take care, guys.